Cool. Great artwork. We just move this shit and throw it off the fucking road and start driving through and...
We just get enough people, we'll just drag the trailer out of the way and we'll just like...
Let's do it.
Obviously, you know you didn't film it.
I don't fucking give a fuck. Yeah, I'm part of the fucking press. Come on! Making a point. What's the point?
Fucking over 50,000 people.
We could do better with what?
With everything.
No, I know that, but what the fuck are you doing? There's a traffic jam 10 miles down there.
Yeah, you guys are out of your fucking mind. People gonna run out of gas, water, like...
Yeah, you're telling us...
So you know nothing.
You're
You know nothing. Like, cool, you're making a
gas.
fucking stand. We're all trying to go fucking burn. This has been hours and hours of bullshit to get to this fucking point. Oh, good, but you should fucking know better than this.
What are you fucking doing here?
You should fucking know better than this. This is
Ass
fucking
clowns.
bullshit. Like, what are you thinking?
Nummer 43 mit Mimi. No.
Unblock the road. Can you help me lift this up and then we're going to pull this to the side? Thank you.
Please, this is a public property, please.
No, you're on public property.
Wait for the cops.
No, we got to get through. I'm sorry. Help us, people. We got shit to do. Sorry. We got to fucking move this fucking mess.
Whoa.
Dude.
Whoa. You want to get moved.
You can't block the road. You can't block the fucking road.
You're going to hurt someone.
I don't care.
Look, there's traffic coming.
There's people with medical problems here and you want them to be in the fucking hot sun.
They call the cops.
Yeah. Call the cops.
Call the cops.
Call the cops. Who says we're not the cops?
Call the cops. Show me your badge.
Call the cops. Call the cops. You guys are fucking clowns.
Lock into the entrance right now. Lock in. Get over here.
5 fucking people together.
Wait for the cops.
No, the cops are coming. They're right over there.
Right now.
Oh, we're not burners?
Wait for the cops.
You're putting my life
Oh, well
at
then you
risk.
can fuck off.
Whoa! Is this burning, man?
Yes.
This is burning,
No,
man.
this is a road.
This is burning, man. Are you really burning? This put the government onto the floor. This is the democracy. This is the democracy. You have a right to protest.
Baby,
Get the
calm
cops.
down. Lock
Get the
yourself
cops.
in.
So you
Calm. Lock
fucking
yourself
unbelievable.
in. Lock yourself in.
Give me the
I'm
back
staying here. Come on.
So you're going to believe like human beings there and then out here you're like an animal. Look at this plot coming out. This is a democracy.
Yeah, it's a democracy. We have a lot of people that you're fucking up on the road. And
So
you guys
we're
are
trying to
doing
wake up
bullshit.
Are you a burner?
This is how we try to wake up the community.
Highway patrolman, but like you guys are fucking up the highway.
Okay. You don't seem like you're in your official capacity.
No. You don't seem like you're in an official capacity. You're blocking the road.
This is not how we do it. Tell me how we do it.
I don't know.
Baby, lock in and shut up, please. Lock in.
Doing this, man.
Every change in society came from civil disobedience. All of them.
Of course it does, man. But
Who's a
patrol off duty. Not just here.
Is there a higher patrol?
We're waiting for cops.
What's going on? Hey,
What's going on?
Wow, dude. Whatever.
That's the right way to do it, man. Oh, God, I'll hit you.
What are you guys?
What is the argument?
Why are you attacking people who are because
What's the
we're not the ones causing the problem? Attack the big corporations. Attack the government. Don't attack us. We're all in the same boat here, guys.
This is the most liberal group of people you can find on the planet.
We're not helping with climate change because we're doing
Let's make
So
hate us.
Look, better. Liberal policies. Biden is drilling more oil than any president since Bush. Like, come on. So liberalism is not the answer either. We need to change the system. We need burners to rise up. You're intelligent. You're a conscious human being. You're awakened.
What's your actual proposal?
We have it. Here's a flyer.
No, I read it. It said like Biden say the bad thing. I know, I get it.
It didn't say anything about Biden. If you read it, you see it says system change. We need system change. We're demanding Burning Man. 3 principles. Radical honesty. Advocate for change. If we can make a full city of 100,000 people in the desert with 0 resources on a dry lake bed, we can actually change some policies.
Not the fucking road where people need to make money. We did. You've been protesting the government. They don't care about working class people. They don't care about us. I am a working class person trying to go to work. Me too, brother. They don't care about us. The government doesn't care about us. I'm on your team, I promise.
You're anti-climate change. I think you're in the wrong place. Go to New York. Go to a better place.
We've done it also.
And making an unsafe environment for other humans, which I know is the opposite of what you want.
That's what the climate crisis is doing. Way more than what we're doing.
I support this planet. Like, fuck you.
You guys need to move. Reservation.
I was just saying, like,
Reservation's about 15 miles out way. You can have your place there. Not here.
I don't know. I'm not a...
Get on and take a ride.
No way. We don't want to follow it. I don't, guys. I'm really attached here. I'm attached.
Well, yes, we'll get it.
Guys, we're attached. We are attached.
Well, you take yourself to
Get
it.
out the
We're
way. You
moving
guys are
it.
causing traffic and traffic jam and people could get hurt like this.
Keep it outside.
Get out the way.
We're getting hurt because of climate change. Look at what else happened in Maui. Look at what's happening right now in Canada.
We gotta get to Reno. Get out the way. Get out the way.
We're getting hurt by the system.
Move. You guys they need to get through.
Nobody injured, there's no reason to block the road. I mean,
Right.
there's nobody injured, so it's like, please, you can move the debris out of the way.
Go back to where you came from.
I'm sorry that you lost your shit.
You probably are from Ireland or fucking way far away. Get out of here.
Nobody's injured, so you should definitely clear the road.
We're waiting for the police.
We're waiting for the police.
I don't care. Get the hell off. You guys are just causing problems. Let them through.
You guys are causing your own traffic jam. Holly, he's volatile. Do not tempt him, please.
It's a peaceful protest.
This
It's
is
a peaceful protest.
non-violent
It's a
protest.
peaceful protest.
This is a non-violent
got no other way to
protest.
go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Move out the way.
Touch me.
Move. They gotta
This
get
is a non-violent protest.
It's a peaceful. You're going to hurt her. You're a burner. You don't kill people. It's a peaceful protest.
This is a non-violent protest. This is a non-violent protest. Right here. Scratch it. Move that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Go ahead. Keep going. Go. Let's see. Let's see.
Is this who we are? Is this who
Can you help me lift this? Do you understand how heavy this
God,
is?
this ain't fucking heavy. You just lift this fucker and you move it over like that.
Wow. Wow. You should stop the traffic if you want to get
Stop
out.
him. Stop him so he
Stop
get
the traffic
through.
if you want to get out.
get off the highway. This is a state route. Everybody will be arrested if not. 30 seconds. Send your leader to my vehicle. Let's talk. Get off the fucking road.
Tommy! Tommy! You!
Get out now! Get out! On the ground! All of you on the ground now! Get on the ground!
We're not violent!
Get on the ground!
Oh, we're not
Don't move!
violent!
Molly, give me your last name and date.
So who's threatening to get the gun? No one has a gun. No one has a gun.
We have no weapons at all.
Officer, will you tell me where you
We're environmental protesters. Please!
Trespassing on tribal lands.
Please!
Stop resisting!
Please!
Stop resisting!
Please!
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Our friend is getting fucking hurt!
Stop!
She was just standing here. What the fuck?
He's hurting me!
What's the badge number?
They just stop.
It's okay, kill you.
I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this.
Holly, look at me.
Where am I sitting?
Michelle, Phil! Phil! Phil back!
Ow!
Sorry.
נהג לתוכם, אז קלטת? Great. Yeah, make a video.
אתה לא מבין איך הוא הושיב את זה, אתה לא מבין איך הוא הושיב אותו. והנה עכשיו משטרה באה. בוא, בוא, בוא.
Not only but also
Thank you, boys.
Stay inside your vehicle.
Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm John.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is the lost art of common sense. We're talking about planetary farts, which actually the more I looked into it, it's probably not planetary farts, but we're calling it that anyway.
Hell yeah.
As well as climate cults. So, as you could see from the opening video of these climate extremists, have you seen many of the stories of these psychopaths?
Yeah, well, they glue themselves like art, and like they ruin a lot of things.
Well, no,
in the name of,
I think art's covered, but yeah, I remember.
But no, like very like they glue themselves like a Van Gogh painting.
Yeah,
and they ruined it. I mean, they're ruining priceless pieces of art for their psychotic cult because some, I don't know, I'm guessing they're university taught, and because kids are dumb and they'll follow whatever.
I don't even know if it's that, because they have to be getting paid because they get around to these places.
I'm sure there's some kind of like organization, right?
Well, apparently they say
probably like Greta Thunberg.
Well, they say don't touch the table.
Sorry,
that wasn't an earthquake.
This table is very sensitive.
Hollywood people pay for it.
I'm sure they do, because Hollywood people are weird and they
dumb.
I don't know, they're dumb.
They can say what they want. Hollywood people hate the poors.
They do hate the poors, and they also think they put themselves above like way more than they should, because all they can do is really just pretend well.
Hollywood people are jesters, and somewhere along the line, jesters started making a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like dance and entertainment.
Listen, I enjoy movies. I
love movies.
Yeah, movies and
obviously, we make a movie reference in almost every episode.
Yeah, but I'm like, just stick to that, man. Make your money. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. Well, there are some people that can give a shit about their opinions, but it was funny. I was watching, I was listening to, I think it was Fox News. I think it was on I don't know what show it was, but it was on the way back to town. And apparently, I guess Adele is a singer that a lot of people like. And at one of her concerts, I think it was a dude too. One of the fans was just screaming hysterically. And everyone else is sitting down. This dude's standing up. I think it's a dude. But like screaming, like. I love you. And she had to say something to him about it.
Shut up, man.
It's like, I can't, like. I don't get how people like listen to these Hollywood people or stuff like that, or get so excited about. I get it. People are talented. If you like their music, I get it. But people that get like
I mean, I get it, because people have like a lot of Hollywood people get stalkers and shit.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Like they think they're obsessed.
Obviously, those people.
Well, people are deranged too. Like there's enough people that are deranged where they're like. Yeah, when they make a movie, they're talking specifically to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's very weird.
Kind of goes into that constant mental health problem we have in this country. But yeah, do you think any of this bullshit actually helps their cause?
No, if anything, it's pissing everybody off.
I think it is, actually. Like, the more and more they do it, the more and more people
You can tell by that first video, like, that guy was, that ranger wasn't putting up with that shit. I mean, he was a reservation. Like, one thing, you don't go on Native American land and try to pull this shit, because they don't really
they have different laws.
Yeah.
Like, there's different.
They're not nearly as, like, nice as a San Francisco cop.
No.
Or San Francisco police, because, or New York police, where they're, you can stop traffic dead, and they'll just tell you to disperse, and they'll let you do it for, like, another 3 hours, and they'll be like, all right, we really got to move you.
Yeah, and then they try to charge the semi driver that just forces through the line.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not the reservation. They're going to do what they have to do to open that road. I mean, the traffic was stopped for like 2 or 3 miles.
Yeah,
it's in the middle of a desert. So basically, these people are assholes.
They're assholes, and I think the dumbasses that do this shit, like actually
Al
think
Gore funding them.
we're going to disrupt your lives like you're disrupting the environment, and we're going to make you care. It's like, no, you're just assholes, and you're going to make people not give a shit.
What I don't get is...
all they do is remember that they're assholes.
I'm going to try to read through here, make sure I don't skip too much. Okay, nope. I don't get how fucking egotistical man is to where we think we can change the environment that much in 100 years worth of fucking pollution. I think that's amazingly egotistical thing.
I don't know much about it. I mean, to say that we don't affect it at all.
I'm sure we do at a minimal scale.
I would say we affect it more as far as like making our waterways and stuff toxic. That makes more sense than, we're making the glaciers in the Arctic melt because of our cars.
Which has to do with planetary farts.
It does have to do with planetary farts. But before we get to planetary farts, so I know you kind of touched on this in the first question, but I mean, we went to college for a year, community, whatever.
It counts.
But like, what do you think it takes to make someone one of these, these assholes? Like, because if you see them talking, they're like almost like glassy-eyed, like they're just, oh yes, and blah, blah, blah.
It's somebody who's not an independent thinker. It's somebody who is going to follow another person blindly. They're not going to do any type of, there's a certain type of person that will, go to extremes on anything, It's just because I don't think I could ever follow somebody or something, that resolutely to where no matter what, I think, no matter what, I'm going to do something dumb for this cause. Like, there is no way. Even when I was younger, I mean, I did dumb shit. Let's not get that wrong.
For entertainment.
But that was for my entertainment. I was following what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't do dumb shit, so it happens. But I mean, it's somebody who has, I think, a low self-esteem. Will follow somebody.
It's almost like a computer without an operating system.
Yes.
It's like
you're being fed what you should believe.
And since there's nothing there,
you're just not going to ask questions.
Yeah, I think that's weird. Like how people, and there's more and more of them. I mean, that's how all the bullshit with the pandemic response happened and all that stuff. There are more and more people every year that just go, oh yeah, you want to give me 18,000 boosters or do this or do that, or oh yeah, and because what they do with this climate stuff is they show like third world countries where their pollution is fucked up. It's like
that's right. Yeah, we are down to we're minimal for the size of our country. Our standards are so hard that I think China and India are like almost 5 to 10 times.
I don't know
per population.
I wonder what theirs
they're
is
almost like 40 times larger than ours.
I wonder what their pollution is compared to the Million Tire fire. I think they did finally put it out, but I think it was in India or Kuwait. It's on the desert.
It was in wasn't Iraq or Kuwait where they fucking just set a bunch of tires on fire?
Yeah, it's like 1 million tires.
Yeah.
It's like, and you're gonna...
You're only mad because I bought a fucking vehicle that, I got an EcoBoost vehicle where,
Well, that's why it's like, I think I sent you the video of that 1 billion and it says climate change is bullshit because if it was real, banks wouldn't give loans to anyone in Europe, like in the United Kingdom, or anybody who lives on a beachfront property. You wouldn't be able to get
any rich person. The Obamas who live on the fucking...
Yeah, he was one of the big proponents for climate change. He buys an $11 million house in Martha's Vineyard, which would be underwater if all the bullshit that he's spouting is true.
You think he's going to buy a fucking $11 million house and going to be fucking underwater in 10 to 15 years?
And no insurance company would insure it.
No insurance company would insure anything on the coast.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know. That's when anything to do with this climate change shit.
I like how he's like, I wish he was... Al Gore's a fucking brilliant man. I'm pissed off that I didn't think of this fucking ruse before he did.
Yeah, he's just mad that he didn't get in on the scheme.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... I don't know. But, so, we can't already answer this too, but, so who are the people behind it? Is it like rich people looking for control?
Absolutely.
Or is it like a world cabal trying to bring down the United States?
Well, look,
Like
what they're doing is they're poisoning the young.
Economic
They're
Forum.
poisoning the young. They're doing the shit through universities, and they got the university people. I mean, obviously, you can fake feed information and through science if you need to. You manipulate science to almost any way you want, where you can prove your point. If you only take out so many studies, like when they say 97% of scientists believe in global warming, that's almost impossible. Would they take a survey? I mean, who says this?
Yeah, they take a survey. Well,
no, they do not take every scientist in the world.
But what they do is they take a survey
of a percentage of the scientists, and they say that's every scientist.
But what the question is, do you think man is contributing?
Yeah.
To.
And I'm not saying they're not. Like, I'm sure we're contributing to, maybe not the warming of the earth.
Well,
but we're definitely polluting a little bit, But I don't think it's at the rate, and I definitely don't think the U.S. is polluting at any rate. I think it's, again, Russia, fucking China, all these fucking, countries that don't give a fuck because, what they want to do? They want to increase their GDP so they can put restrictions on their goddamn plants and...
No, they build shit tons of coal and
all
that stuff. But they, I was going to say, Kevin, you just kept talking.
Well, you asked me a question.
I know. You gave me a stupid answer.
It was the right answer.
Nah, I forgot what I was going to say. I wouldn't go on the next
one. Was it about the scientists?
Oh, yeah, science. So I'm sick and tired of people saying trust science or any of that because science is biased. And one guy, I think it was that Y-Files guy, they had an episode about it, where if you think back, because there was one scientist that said that basically all world populations were isolationists. They had no contact with each other.
Yeah.
But then they did DNA checks, and that turned out to be wrong. But if you think back, if you didn't think that the world was flat, not like we live in a dome like the dipshits today, but like if you didn't think the world was flat, some of those people were hanged.
Yeah.
Same thing if you didn't think that the modern scientific theory is the universe revolved around the Earth. And if you didn't believe that, then you were strung up or ostracized or canceled or whatever. Like, it's like, and that's what that one guy said. It's like, it's all about money, fame, and saving
power.
face. Yeah. So like, if somebody challenges a theory and it doesn't go along with the mainstream theory, then they just get ostracized and canceled. Like that guy, he's got a documentary on Netflix. I think it's called Apocalypse or something like that. It has to do with apocalypse, but it's a documentary. And I think it had something to do with like apocalypses come in like series, like the 26 I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That 26 constantly repeats itself.
Yeah.
It has something to do with like every like 26 million years or something, our solar system goes through like this belt of bullshit in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Which like ups the amount of fucking
chances of getting hit by asteroids and like other planetary.
But like nobody even wants to talk about it. They just write them off as a crackpot or conspiracy.
It's been proven though. It's been proven almost every 26, 27 million years, somewhere in that span.
There's a major
extinction
level event.
Yep.
But they're like, oh no, that's not right. And so I don't know.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to go that far back for the science thing because you can just go back to COVID. How many times did science change? And all of a sudden, then how many conspiracy theories turned out to be true?
I know. That's why our monkeypox video should be back up on YouTube.
It should be back up on YouTube.
It was all true. We hardly talked about monkeypox, but I feel like it was a funny episode. It can be found on Rumble, though.
I haven't listened to that one in a while. I might have to listen to that one. I don't know if I've listened to it since it came out.
I don't know. I was pissed. Well, no, I watched it when we got it removed, and I was going to fight it, and then I watched it. I'm like, yep, no point in doing that.
I pretty much said everything you should say.
You checked all the boxes. It's like,
COVID makes you mad.
On this fascist platform, there's no point in it. But back to these cult extremist douchebags. How do you think they should be handled? Because obviously they're not.
They should go to jail.
Well, yeah, because they're not being handled correctly because people keep doing it.
No, because they keep getting bailed out.
And
there's obviously somebody paying for all
I don't even know if they're getting arrested now. The people At Burning Man did get arrested.
Yeah, well, they're on the reservation, and they don't put up with bullshit.
Well, yeah,
So
you shouldn't anywhere. But like, I was just sitting there, like, anytime I hear about doing like, oh, they glued their hands to the floor. I'm like, at some point, someone needs to go up and just bitch slap the.
They did that like fucking. I think like 4 or 5 basketball games, like NBA games. They glued themselves.
Someone should have ran up.
And
to
the
them.
NBA is like pro everything left. So I mean, like, what are you doing? Like, these people I agree with you are probably watching this.
Yeah, their hands are glued to the floor. Why didn't someone just go up and start slapping the shit out of them?
Why wouldn't you just rip their hand off as fast as possible and rip all their skin off?
I think it'd be better just slap in the face. It's over.
Just let they can't get away.
Oh, look what you did. You didn't plan this out right.
Yeah, start dumping shit on them.
That's just it, though. Like, we live in a culture, it seems nowadays, where
we put up with too much bullshit.
Yeah, well, you can't do anything. It's like, now apparently, and I don't know if this is just a Texas thing,
unless you're,
but apparently if you get in a fist fight with somebody and you both agree that you're going to fight, you don't get arrested.
That might just be Texas.
If you both agree,
No, I think that might be right.
If
But
you both agree, and I think it's called mutual combat.
Yeah. Mutual combat!
Not moral, motherfucker! But then it's totally legal.
I'm sure.
Because I think it's stupid. If, like, that's the way people used to handle shit.
Yeah.
2 people talking shit, disagreeing, and generally whoever won the fight was right, even if they weren't.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're giving consent to beat the shit out of each other.
It's like, you're still wrong.
You're giving consent to fight.
But yeah, we live in it's a weird culture where it's all about laws and being civil, but then the people who don't follow the laws or are civil just get let off the hook. It's weird.
And that's because there's certain groups. There's a certain group right now that is in control.
Liberals.
Yes.
Progressives.
That will arrest anybody, will arrest anybody on, a right to life person and put them in jail. But, you can fire Obama.
Yeah, it's fucking.
You can fire Obama freaking.
Well, that's another thing. It keeps
Anti-abortion
coming
place.
out more and more, and I think we might have an episode about that next week. But that's another thing that's coming out more and more, just like all the bullshit going on. But enough talking about these loser green and blue-haired dipshits that have no lives and think they're changing the world. They're not. They're just stupid. Let's talk planetary farts and what they are.
Okay, and I will.
Even though I don't think they're necessarily farts, but
they're not. It's basically.
I like calling
it's
it that.
It's a cause of something that is actually. All right, so using my trusted notepad, which is just a napkin that I wrote all my facts down on because I couldn't find a piece of paper. So the ocean temps right now are rising at a level that even the people with the most dire, consequence of, global warming, they didn't predict how fast these ocean temps are rising. And what it is, and this is a theory that's almost proven right, but I mean, you can't prove anything 100% right. So the inner core of the Earth, it's a solid ball of lead. Is basically what it is.
Is it lead or iron?
Or iron. Iron. Sorry.
You're saying lead.
I'm sorry. So this iron, it breaks off. Like every 10 years, there's a chunk that because it spins and shit, and so the piece usually breaks off, and it rises. Then the molten core is above the solid core because the solid core is solid because there's so much compression against it. Mm-hmm. It can't melt, but it's superheated. So it's just this really hot, solid thing.
I'm learning.
So then we're
all learning together, ladies and gentlemen.
So then these pieces of lead, which is a huge chunk of lead, iron. God, you know what I'm thinking about lead because last week we were talking about lead, but I can't get out because I just watched that TikTok not too long ago. And you should watch her. Oh yeah, follow us on TikTok and all social medias, and like, subscribe, and share our podcast, people.
You'll see the guy run. That's why I stopped saying.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop saying it. Sometimes there's people who listen.
For the audio listeners, for our blind listeners.
For the weirdos not watching us. No, probably because they think we're ugly. Okay. So, all right. So this iron, it starts to, it breaks off. It goes towards, it rises up. Then it melts, which heats up, the molten area. So it gets hotter there. That heat rises.
Like a fart in your pants. Planetary farts.
Also, it's not it's not really a circle anymore, a sphere. So it actually, it kind of like wobbles a little bit, which kind of throws off our magnetic north as well, which can make pole shift. And also, it'll actually increase the speed of your spin. So these are short. These are also things why, it heats up the atmosphere. Let's see, where was that? Move forward, spins faster. So as the heat travels up, because heat rises, expands out. So as the heat goes up, there's alkaline pockets underneath. It's based, I don't know what they are, but I mean they're just called alkaline pockets, and what they are, they're areas of trapped gas, right?
That's where I got Planetary cards from.
So there's areas of trapped gas, and when they heat, that gas also rises because everything heats up, gets lighter and rises. So and most of those are methane and something called carbon-12. So these gases go into the atmosphere.
Carbon-12 is like what most of the carbon on the planet is.
Yeah, but I mean it's released underneath, so there's more carbon in the atmosphere. Then the heat and that, the ocean rate, also gets warmer because, everything's getting warmer as it raises up. So the ocean's getting warmer. And then that warmth goes through the ocean currents. There's a big current that goes through the ocean and everything. So these ocean currents get even hotter. They go faster because of the heat. And in the winter, because of the extra heat, so the North and South poles, their glaciers actually melt faster from the bottom, not from the top where you would expect, because they're finding glacier melt is actually happening from bottom up instead of top down because of this extra heat. So if it was an actual cause by man, it'd be top down.
That makes sense.
So
that makes common sense.
So actually, and with this extra heat in the ocean, the actual and the faster moving current actually makes the land air drier, which also causes, I don't know how that is. This is what I'm getting all my information from a guy called, what is it, something skeptic. I'm gonna have to look him up on Twitter. I'll give it. I want to give him credit because I didn't come up with this. Something optimistic skeptic or something. I don't know. It was something like that. I'll have to look him up because I just follow him on Twitter.
He'll tell me what it is, and I'll put his name here.
What was it? Also do this. The ocean's usually hot. Now the ocean's warmer than the air, so the ocean's actually warming the air, which also makes it hotter everywhere. Instead of the air
cause the high pressure system over Texas.
Yeah, the air doesn't it's not warming the ocean. It's the opposite effect. And this happens about every 10 to 15 years. Or also what they pretty much contribute El Nino to. So
that makes sense. Well, that's what El Nino is. It's a warm current that goes down through the ocean. That's what causes what they call El Nino.
Yeah. So it's just basically this.
Well, that was actually pretty interesting. It gives you more information on what causes El Nino.
Yeah, and I want to make sure I give that guy credit. Because he does a lot of stuff on COVID and basically everything, if you have a suspect of what, maybe something doesn't sound right, he usually, and it's mainstream, he usually tries to break it down. But he's very hard to follow because he is very smart, or he writes very smart, or she, I guess. I mean,
it's probably AI. You're talking to chatbot.
I'm not talking to anybody. I ain't talking to him. I just got to see my followings.
Hello, Kevin. Would you like to know about the climate?
No, I never really want to know about the climate. Who am I following? The Ethical Skeptic.
The Ethical Skeptic.
On TikTok. X.
On
Twitter.
X.
Or formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly known.
But I mean, I also got to give Aaron McIntyre on the AM update and also Steve Daystow. He's the one that kind of led me to it.
Yeah.
So. Also, they helped out, so, I'm not taking credit for any of this. I ain't smart enough to.
He's just regurgitating.
Basically, yes. And I looked through it and I confirmed what he's, was told.
So that pretty much takes out my other question, because you're saying that could possibly call the magnetic. Now, magnetic pole shifts, there's not really a
basically
what thing to them, but they happen around every 300 so odd years or so.
And I kind of read about this. So, I said like a piece of, some lead, or iron breaks off. Not lead. I keep saying lead. Iron breaks off. But if enough breaks off, it actually fucking flips it to where the whole fucking... And that does all kinds of shit.
Well, it fucks up now it can do some other stuff.
It also fucks up the magnetic field around.
Well, that's the biggest thing, because then we get more solar radiation. Now, some people think that it causes like continents to crash into it. It doesn't do that. But
no, that has everything to do with tectonic plates, not.
But that's what because I don't know where the hell I came up with that. I came across it somewhere, but I was like,
it's not like all of a sudden you'll be upside down floating.
Yeah, like something's like, you can cause the Earth to stop. I'm like, well,
it won't fuck up the ocean currents though and shit like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, yeah, because
it can actually shut them down. I think.
Well, that would be bad.
Yeah. Then the weather gets all wonky.
Well, I don't have this question written down, but considering the weather, have you heard of HAARP, right?
HAARP?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's HAARP. It's the radio.
AARP, isn't that the old people?
No, HAARP. But no, they're high-powered. I heard about this.
You told me about this like yesterday.
Yeah, but I've known about this for years.
I haven't.
There's one in Alaska, and there's one down in Florida.
I haven't heard any of this shit.
And the military ran for a while. Now some college does.
What's going on here?
I don't know. We're still recording, so just be professional. Gosh.
Well, your screen went black.
That's funny. Yeah, we're still recording. But no. It was something about, originally they said it was for like getting transmissions like sent through the ionosphere. Like it was for radio communication. But what they're saying they found, or what some people
they control the weather?
That they can't. By heating up the ionosphere, you can affect stuff like.
I'm sure you could.
There's been stories about like a hurricane. I think it was in China. That was just kind of.
I think that's what happened in California, where they had that fucking massive.
Yeah, I mean
that tropical storm.
But they can track when they would turn HAARP on, and then like a storm would go from like a tropical storm to like a class 4 hurricane.
I don't know if that happened with the Ida because.
Well, you remember? I don't know if you do remember, because I don't even remember this. But apparently there was an earthquake. And North Korea said they set off like a 15 megaton nuke underground.
I don't know if I heard that.
Well, it was a thing, and it happened. Well, that's what they said happened. But they're also saying that HAARP can cause
earthquakes?
Can pinpoint earthquakes. Because the same thing also happened in China in one of their nuclear facilities. And it had the same thing. And then like it had weather, and then there was like whatever they said caused the earthquake was not natural.
Yeah.
It wasn't tectonic plates, or also they say there's a scientist in California. I can give a ton of this credit to the Y-Files because I've been watching a shit ton of his videos. That guy's entertaining.
So the Y-Files on YouTube. Watch.
Yeah,
we're gonna do an experiment.
I'm into all kinds of
what's it called?
Stuff. The gateway process.
We're going to do the gateway process. We listen to stuff in our ears. If it's awesome, and if it makes us extra dimensional, we will have a podcast about it next week.
Otherwise,
if I'm stuck in limbo,
then
I'm gonna haunt all of you for not liking, subscribing, and sharing.
Yes. But no, that guy's show is kind of cool because I like conspiracy theories, and he goes through it's kind of weird because the way he starts the show is like he says it like it's all true, like he's telling the story.
Yeah.
Or the conspiracy theory or whatever. And then after that, then he goes to him like, all right, so let's see if it's true. And if it's not and he finds out it's fake, he lets you know. But if he can't explain stuff, or we don't have any answers for it, like the hollow moon theory, no one even knows about the hollow moon theory. Like that could still be a thing. But
they made a movie about it called Moonfall.
I know, and that's basically a documentary. And for some reason, it got bad reviews. I like that movie.
Yeah, I think it was because it's during COVID.
Yeah, I liked it. But no, he was saying something about HAARP 2, and that's what it was. Like they knew whatever caused the earthquake wasn't real, but there was a scientist, and he got fired because he kept predicting earthquakes in California, like within like 5 days, and he was freaking people out, and he wouldn't stop doing it, so they fired him.
Huh.
But it had more to do with like planetary alignment and shit, and the moon, than tectonic plates moving against each other. So it's some interesting shit, and I don't think we should be fucking around with stuff that causes earthquakes.
No.
That sounds dumb.
No, that seems dumb. That does seem dumb. Anything that can like kill hundreds of thousands or thousands.
Well, that's the kind of stuff where you're going to get into a thing like the core.
Oh.
That's how they instead of doing the ionosphere and heat, like it bounces heat like off the ionosphere into a pinpointed spot, and that's what causes the earthquake. Where the core, they had a giant spark plug that shot a lightning thing down in the core. They stacked it.
Why would you ever do that?
I don't know. It's stupid. That's probably how we killed our home planet, Mars.
That probably is.
I'm just saying. Kevin's theory on Mars carries water. I'm not going to say how much.
It does.
Could be a pool's worth or it could be a thimble.
Never know.
But
it's a theory.
It tracks. I think it tracks. But yeah, so I don't know. I think this whole climate thing's pissed me off because it's fucking up the economy. The department, I don't know if it's Department of Energy or just Biden's shit.
It's just Biden.
And this will take us into general discussion, even though we'll end in the climate cult and all that bullshit. But this has to do with it because I don't know if it's Biden or the Department of Energy, but they're infusing all these billions of dollars into making electric cars. And what's going to happen is they're just going to have lots full of electric cars because nobody's fucking buying them.
Well, also, it doesn't matter. We don't have the electrical grid to even fucking charge all these goddamn cars.
And then
it doesn't make any sense.
All these sheeple are like, oh yeah, we're going to,
and if you don't think,
I'll do that.
If you don't think these Democrats have fucking money in electric, like green energy, like they don't have stocks in it, I'm sure plenty of Republicans do too.
The Secretary of Energy bought stock in that bus company.
That then sold a bunch of it off right before it fucking crashed.
Well, she bought it before Biden like did something with it, and then she sold it shortly after, and then they wrecked.
Yeah, so everybody's corrupt. So you can't believe anything coming out of Washington, but yet so many people do.
Yes. Now in a general discussion, did you hear that Biden?
I gotta pee.
And we're back. And what I was saying before Kevin
had
to pee is so Republicans are trying to pass something in the House called basically Finish the Wall Act, something like that. Well, I forgot the name of the fucking the website, but there's a website you can go to that sells surplus government shit for like a heavily discounted price. And guess what you can buy on that website?
Part of the wall?
Sections of the border wall.
So part of the walls that were constructed but never put in place?
Yeah, like pennies on the dollar too. So like for whatever reason, they're rapidly trying to sell off the wall because now Democrats are pissed. Here's the thing though about the whole New York's all pissed off about the illegals. Have you noticed their fix for it is giving them work visas?
Yeah.
Which is just going to make more people want to come. Like, so even when they admit that illegal immigration is a problem, their solution is still garbage. Why do you dumbasses, obviously not our audience, but why do these dumbasses constantly keep voting for these stupid motherfuckers?
And they complain. And they're mad about it. And like just like Chicago was mad, about all this shit, and Lori Lightfoot she went up for re-election and she got beat by somebody who's even more left than her.
Yeah, people are, I don't know.
It just doesn't make sense.
That's why I don't feel sorry for people that live in these crime-ridden areas. I feel sorry for innocent people like stuff, but if you voted for Democrats, I don't feel sorry for you.
I feel like if you voted for Republican, you probably should get out.
Yeah.
No, honestly, move to Florida, move to Iowa, move to Texas, move to...
That's why What's-His-Face lost the governorship.
Yeah.
Because the people that would have voted for him left.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a state full of dumbass dipshits that live off the government, which if you're not earning your own way, you shouldn't be able to vote.
And also, it's also why California is ruining the rest of America. So they ruined California so bad, they're moving everywhere else. and they're
Well,
making
a
them
lot of
more-
the people moving out of California are conservatives because you got to think. Now, I'd say a large number of the population is Democrat, but most
It used to
of
be
the
a red state.
landmass of California is red.
It used to be a red state completely.
Yeah, but I think like 80% of the state is red.
Yeah, it's
on the county map.
Yeah, I know, but it's Los Angeles. Everywhere Los Angeles is, it's San Francisco. It's all the big cities.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't understand these big city people thinking that, left-wing policies are working when they're the ones who, let's be real, are affected more by left-wing policies than anybody else because they're the ones having these criminals released. They're the ones having to deal with how many, I think 3 or 4 fucking DAs in California have been recalled in these cities. And, they're going to vote the same way no matter what.
That's why I like how...
It just doesn't make sense. It's like you're trying to stop the wheel, but you're also trying to fucking speed it up at the same time.
Well, okay, so they have a shit governor, which I don't know why.
Somehow people think he could possibly...
The fact that they think that he could be a stand-in for Biden, and if this country elects Gavin Newsom as president, we deserve to go and just totally fail and be
just break away.
A fourth world country.
I'm just saying, just break away.
If there's that many stupid-ass motherfuckers in there,
let's do the Civil War thing and let's just
you might as well
get away because
that guy...
I'm not falling because...
That dude doesn't have one feather in his hat that he can say, I did this right.
Keep your big cities blue, people. Keep your garbage-ridden areas, and we'll just take the world.
Yeah, if it got so bad that Gavin Newsom got elected president, like there's obviously like something serious.
The fact that he got recalled by his own state. He won the re-election because there's that many dumb people, but he had enough people say this is bullshit to have a recall.
Yeah. Well, that's what sucks. Is if you have a good governor like DeSantis or Santos, whatever his name is, DeSantis, he just fired the DAs.
Yeah, well, he has power to.
Yeah, I don't know if they're technically fired, but they're no.
He puts them on suspension.
Yeah, like they can no longer do their job.
They're indefinite suspension is what they are. They can't be fired.
Someone who actually gives a shit.
And that's why I like him. I don't mind him running for president. I just don't think this was the right time. But I get it. Get your name out there.
Well, you get your name out there. Like I like Ron DeSantis.
And there's always the chance that there's actually I'm saying it's better than probably 20% chance that Trump could be charged, especially with the January 6th shit, and they can pull the fucking 14th Amendment on him.
That doesn't work the way you think it does.
If he gets caught,
it does not work the way you think it does.
No, that's the way that they're going to try to push it.
You call Mark Levin and you explain to him why you're stupid.
I'm just saying that's what they're going to try to pull, though.
I know, because there's a bunch of dumbass Democrats.
They're going to use the Supreme
who
Court.
think that they found this niche in constitutional law, and it's not what they think it is. Now, they might wrap it up.
No, it's different from being like right before he gets... if he actually gets convicted, they can actually go after it.
No.
If he's charged with these January 6th...
No, because the charge that he would be with does not fall into the definition of the 14th.
Oh, they didn't charge him for the fucking insurrection, did they? Technically.
No, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall into the definition. They think it does, but it'll fail.
It's not the same as the January 6th people that are getting charged right now.
They're not even the same.
Yeah.
The whole 14th Amendment is about violent overthrowing of the government or treason. None of that happened. We're not looking at that. We'll do a special.
All right, we'll do the 14th Amendment.
We might have to just skip to the 14th Amendment.
I think the other ones are dumb, right?
I don't know. We're one.
Well, not dumb, but I think stuff
once you get past the 10th, okay, you'll probably still have some weird ones. But once you get up, I
think prohibition is 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. It is 2. One to make alcohol legal, and one to make it legal again.
Yeah. So weird how you have to make an amendment to.
I don't know. If anything, we'll look through 1 through.
That's why 2A will never go down because there's not enough people not enough states that will go against.
No, but they're trying to make it to where it's harder, and then they're trying to make assault weapons legal, which assault weapons are. That's all to a personal interpretation.
Assault weapons aren't a thing.
No, a fork is an assault weapon.
Yeah, anything's an assault weapon if you fucking
your
somebody
fists
with
are
it.
assault weapons, which kill more people than AR-15s every year. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but no, it's
I don't know. Like that whole fucking like back to the border wall thing. It's like people don't see that. Of course, a lot of people probably don't hear about it.
People don't hear about it because you know who doesn't talk about it? Anybody other than certain right-leaning podcasts and
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a bunch of stupid. It's just like everything. Like how many times was Trump's? Granted, Barr was up and Barr was a piece of shit, but yeah, he was interviewed a couple times, but Garland's like constantly in there, and he's constantly caught lying.
Constantly. And no one puts it, there's no consequence in them lying. No consequence.
No, once you get something to Washington, apparently you can just do whatever the fuck you want. It's fine. Oh, I think I'll probably wrap it up on this one because I don't know how long we're at, and it's not bad to have a short one, but we did lose our first Republican presidential candidate.
Who?
I don't know what his name is because I don't care, but it's the mayor of Miami.
Who cares?
He's the guy who ran and he thought he had a chance, and he was the guy who got caught backstepping because he didn't know who Uyghurs were.
I know why he did it because he saw Buttigieg, a guy from some bullshit town in Indiana.
I'm not saying he's a bad mayor. Like, he did a good job in Miami.
No, I know. I'm just saying that.
Dude, you have no chance in hell. And plus, he was coming out against Trump. Like, I'm sorry, no one's beating Trump.
No.
And, like, that's what they say. They have to walk this fine line where they're comparing themselves and how they're better than Biden, and they have to make themselves better than Trump, but they have to watch it because if they alienate Trump's base, then they have no chance in hell. That's why even if Trump, and there is a good chance that Trump will actually get convicted just because there's so many bullshit charges. Unless he comes out with that super secret awesome report, and then it all goes away.
Yeah. Let's hope that actually comes out.
Except for the New York one.
I don't know what's going on there. That one could be.
The New York one was just stupid.
It is stupid.
I don't like how you paid this girl to not talk about something. But all the other indictments, well, I don't know about the Mar-a-Lago one. That was stupid.
The classified one actually could be like something.
Well, it is, but it isn't.
Well, I mean, it's just like you're setting a new precedent.
No, they're setting all kinds of new precedents.
Oh, I know. And I don't even know if he gets convicted and actually sent to prison. You know the logistic nightmare they have to go through because he still gets Secret Service. He was still an ex-president.
Yeah.
He still gets Secret Service, so he has to. They almost have to like give him his own wing so he can have Secret Service officers and make sure no one tries to kill him.
Yeah, I don't know I don't see how you could put the president in gen pop. Maybe he just.
He'll probably, if anything, he's going to get house arrest. That'd be as far as.
I think he would be like running the prison. He'd be the top dog.
He'd be like good. What was it? Goodfellas, where they're making spaghetti.
Yeah,
thinly cut fucking garlic and shit.
I think the dumbest ass thing they could ever, but I think they're legitimately afraid. Like, I'm talking like primal fear afraid of Trump getting reelected.
Yeah. I also saw that. Yeah, actually. Because this is about somebody I don't really like, and I do think there should be an age restriction. But I've seen the left has been trying to say that Mitch McConnell shouldn't be, he should be kind of like, let's let him go. They have Dianne Feinstein.
Well, Mitch McConnell is our Dianne Feinstein.
Yeah, well, he can walk though. He hasn't given the power of attorney to his daughter.
Well, yeah, his brain shuts off everything.
He's not John Fetterman.
They're all bad.
They're all bad.
I don't like McConnell.
I don't either.
The only thing I like is he blocked Merrick Garland.
What I'm trying to point out is the hypocrisy of these people saying that Mitch McConnell should step down, and yet have Fetterman and Feinstein there. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, do you even know what you're saying? Do you know the blatant hypocrisy you're doing?
Well, that's
and people just fucking shovel this shit in and find some excuse why Feinstein, shouldn't be,
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so sick of her.
She gave power of attorney to her daughter, but yet she's she's making decisions for her whole fucking district. She can't make decisions for herself, but her whole district she can't. It's just fucking, people are idiots.
Well, and I'm getting tired of it, and it's true.
And I hate it on both sides. Both sides are.
It's true, but I'm getting tired of hearing, like, whatever the Democrats are accusing you of they're doing,
but it's literally fucking true with
I think
everything.
if our mind-blowing experiment doesn't work, that's kind of the shit we're going to talk about next episode.
Yes. With that, we'll wrap this one up on that. Give you a little, are we going to be talking about mind-melding outer body experiences or other stuff? Tune in next week to find out. But until then, I'm Josh.
I'm Kevin.
And this has been another awesome, bodacious, tubular episode of The Lost Art of Common Sense.
Common sense!
Common sense, baby.
Common sense!
Common sense.
Global warming's a hoax.
And we'll see you next week.